Leigh Ann, founder of Author Nation, a community of nonfiction authors. If you want to be a successful nonfiction author, join the community. The link is in the description. In today's video, we're going to be talking about beta readers. Sometimes when you're looking for beta readers, they don't even know what you're talking about, but they still might be your perfect beta reader. So let's dig in. So let's start with what is a beta reader, because that's a big question sometimes for people. Sometimes it's your first book and you don't really know what they are, or sometimes you're talking to beta readers and they don't understand what that term means. So let's break it down. I think there are two types of beta readers. The first type is your ideal reader. These are the people who, when you say, would you like to beta read my book? They go, what's a beta reader? So they are your ideal reader. They're the people who would go to the store, find your book, and buy it. So that's the first type of beta reader. The second type of beta reader is what I'm going to call the professional beta reader. Not that you're paying them. That's not why I'm saying that. I'm not suggesting you should pay beta readers. What I'm saying is they've done this before. They work in the publishing world. Sometimes they're editors. Sometimes they're other authors. Sometimes they're another part of the publishing world. But they are familiar with your genre. They're familiar with the publishing world. They understand, developmental editing or stylistic editing or copy editing. They have some knowledge outside of the fact that they might enjoy your book if they found it on the store shelves. Two types of beta readers. Ideal readers who have no idea what a beta reader is, professional beta readers who can help you from a more publishing perspective. And obviously, you want to know, why do you need both? Well, your ideal beta reader, your ideal reader, if they're being your beta reader, they're beautiful because they mirror your market. That's exactly who you want to go, I love this book, I should tell a friend. And so you want to make sure that when they're finished reading the book, that they say that. You want to make sure the book's good enough, they'll finish it. And so that's why you want the ideal reader to be a beta reader. And then the other side, the professional, they can often help you with the angle of your book, right? Exactly, like even if it's a travel memoir, there's still like some angle to it. You still have to have, it's not just I did this and then I did that and I did this. So a memoir is not a sequence of events. There's a theme, you're answering questions or you're posing questions. So they can help you with that deeper level stuff that your ideal reader just doesn't know about. So it's really great when you get beta readers to have those two perspectives. So your ideal reader will say yay or nay, and your professional beta reader will tell you why. All right, where can you find beta readers? So if you're looking for your ideal readers, they're probably in your network. So go ask clients, potential clients, past clients, colleagues. Go find people who would want to read your book anyway. Those are probably the place where you're going to find your ideal readers. And of course, you don't have to call them beta readers. If you say, hey, would you like to be a beta reader? They're probably going to go, what's a beta reader? So you would just want to say, hey, I'm writing this book. I'm wondering if you'd like to read one of the first copies. I'm looking for some feedback. And I'd love it if you just take the time and do that for me. Yeah, you don't have to say beta reader. Professional beta readers can be found in beta reader groups. They are on Goodreads, they're on Facebook, they're on other forums. There are lots of places. You can Google beta readers and you can find them there. They're on Upwork, they're on Fiverr, if you want to pay them. I wouldn't recommend that unless you have a really good reason to do so. That's actually a different service, paying people to read your book, and that's a different video. But there are lots of places you can find professional beta readers. You want to get into these beta reader groups, and you may, on that case, if you're looking for a professional beta reader, you may land up doing an exchange. There may be an author out there who's written another book, and you guys are going to exchange beta reading opportunities. So make sure your beta readers, so your ideal beta reader, obviously, they're just your ideal reader. But your professional beta readers, make sure they have some experience in what you are writing. So for example, I'm a developmental editor, stylistic editor. I can do a beta read. I can give you a manuscript evaluation, but not if you write sci-fi, because I don't have any knowledge of the sci-fi market. And so if I said to you, sure, I'll read your sci-fi book and give you feedback, I'm not going to be giving you the best feedback because I don't know the tropes. I don't know the market. There's so much I don't know about the sci-fi market. Even though I know a lot about the publishing market in general, I know a lot about the publishing world. If you're going to find beta readers, make sure they have some experience in your genre with your type of book. That's really important. So again, if you're working with professional beta readers, make sure they know your genre and your audience. All right, how do you work with beta readers? First, go out and find beta readers. Let potential readers know it's time. For example, the book is a YA memoir, it's coming of age, about a dysfunctional family, and I need it beta read by the end of June, and it'll be ready June 1st. Just go to the groups and put on something like that. That was basic information. I gave you the genre, kind of what is the theme, coming of age, what it's about, growing up in a dysfunctional family, starting in June, finishing at the end of June. And so that's the basic information any beta readers need to know. And so you've told them what it's about, you've given the genre, you've given the audience, you've given a timeline. So then in these beta reader groups, or even if you're talking to your ideal readers, they can be like, yeah, I'm away in June, I can't do it. Or yeah, I've got time in June, I'd love to beta read your book. And then they know what the genre and audience is, so they know they can self-select. They know if they're the right people or not. Generally, professional beta readers don't want to read books outside of their knowledge area. Generally, they don't. Sometimes maybe people are switching genre areas. They're like, well, I used to do romance, but I'm really interested in sci-fi, so I'm going to do sci-fi beta reading. That's probably fine. They're probably going to do some research and they know enough about sci-fi to do it. But generally, the people who are the right people to beta read, they'll come to you, although you can ask them if they have experience with your genre, if that makes sense to you, because you do want to make sure they do. Then you want to create a package for your beta readers. So first, you want to get your manuscript ready, and then either at the top of your manuscript, you want to have a separate page for beta readers, or you can make it a separate document, and this is what you want on here. You want the timeline. Right? Start, when you want the feedback by. You want anything they need to know, such as content warnings. You want all the questions. So you don't just go, what do you think? Give them 5, 6, 10 questions maximum about the book. And then you want the type of feedback you want and what you don't want. For example, the last time I sent a book out for beta reading, I made it very clear, please don't copy edit. No need to do that. It will go through a copy edit. We are at the developmental stage, and these are the questions I'd like you to answer. And of course, at the top and the bottom, a thank you. Say, thank you for taking the time to read my book. So once again, a thank you, type of feedback you want, the questions, other information they need to know, and the timeline. Then what do you do next? You wait. You send it out to them and you wait. And then about halfway through, you want to check in on them, make sure everything's going well, and then you get the feedback and you say thank you. Whether you like the feedback or not, you say thank you because they've taken the time to read your book. No matter whether you like what they say or not, they've still taken the time to read it, and you can show appreciation for that. Then look at the feedback. You don't have to use the feedback. If you sent your book out to 5 people and 5 people said the exact same thing about your book, you can probably trust that. If 5 people said a bunch of different things about your book and people didn't notice other things, then go through it and say, well, this is it. This is good. I want to change this. So this, no, they don't. Nah, that doesn't, I'm not changing it. I'm the expert, not changing it. This, yeah, that's a really good point. I'll change that, right? So go through it with an eye, because you're the expert, with an eye to, what is constructive for you to be changing and what you don't want to change. Then, when your book is being published, if you had a good experience with the beta reader, they've given good feedback, and there's a good relationship there, you can go back and say, hey, it's being published. Can I send you a copy of the book? Would you be willing to write a review? Would you like to be an advanced reader copy? And then you can build up that relationship, and maybe they want to be part of your launch team. Maybe they're willing to write a review. Maybe they're willing to put it out on their social media that they've read this book and they love it. See what they're interested in helping you with. There are lots of ways they can help you. That's another video. So beta readers are an invaluable resource to tap into it, ask for help, give them a framework, and appreciate their hard work. In the community, we have a beta reader resource. If you're interested in that, join the community and grab the resource, and it'll help you line up your beta readers and have a really positive beta reader experience.